So yeah, I decided, since I just did the Dead Space remake, the art of, I thought I'd go through and just do the original one. I got this, I can't remember when I got this, years and years ago. I fucking love this book so much. Also, if you saw that video, I made some mistakes in the spoilers, which I'll put in the notes there. So yeah, I was talking about one or two of the characters that I was like, I kind of remembered their deaths and stuff a bit wrong. I think it was like Chen or whatever. So I'm going to put spoilers as well on this one. But yeah, apologies for that if you saw it and got fucked off. I'm sorry. I probably would be the one that's like in the comments saying like, excuse me, this is actually how it happened. Actually, no, you're wrong. So yeah, this is like the original Dead Space. There's a, what do you call it, like a Rorschach test? I can't remember the name of it. It starts with R. All I can see is just a big-breasted woman. I don't know what else. And it's got a cool dust cover as well. So you just got like, oh, sweet. And that's me. Sick. I didn't actually know that was there before. I never took the dust cover off because I'm such a traditionalist. So yeah, I'll just do the same as I did with the last one. I'm just going to hold the camera over the images and stuff. So just pause it if you want to read through them. And hopefully this will be a nice compliment to the last video I just made. I really love these books. I've got a whole collection of them up there. So like they never get read. I only bring them out to impress girls when I bring them back to my place, and then they just disappear suddenly. So yeah, it might take a couple of hands to keep it open. I honestly don't remember that many necromorphs. That's cool. That is cool. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't remember the last time I read this book. I'm going to try fold it down a bit. I got this off the book depository as well, and if anyone remembers the book depository, shout out. I wish it was still around. I used to buy all my books from there. So I think, yeah, this is like, looks like a Dead Space 2 helmet from the second Dead Space, but I haven't read this in a long time. Also, I like it how it's, yeah, that's a scroll there. Sprawl? I can't remember the name. The little base. You can see his eyes here as well. That's pretty cute. I was actually talking in the last video how it'd be cute if we could see their eyes. It's the Sprawl, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember the name of it. I haven't played Dead Space 2 in a long time. I really want them to remake it. So that's Isaac. Isaac is engineer. Also, apologies if I sound like I'm mouth breathing. I had like a massive bowl of fucking rice before, so it's still digesting. Obviously, this is like the concept arts for the original. They all look pretty stupid, to be honest. Kind of like, I don't know, they just don't fit. It looks like the dude from not Attack from Titan. What's the one for Keanu Reeves, where he's like the robot, Gort? Yeah, that one. Ah, here we go. Cute. So again, just pause it if you want to read anything about it. Yeah, that's the bad posture. Take that, Mom. Take that, Dad. Boom. Cute. Also, I went and talked about my introduction to Dead Space in the last video when I was doing the review of the remake book. But essentially, like, if you can't be fucked seeing it, how I got introduced to Dead Space was like 2009. I was moving cities and I went around to this guy's house, a friend of mine, and I was telling him I was going to buy a PS3, and I think he was trying to sell me games, or he's like, we were talking about PS3 or whatever, or maybe he got an Xbox, and I remember like seeing Dead Space, the case for Dead Space, excuse me, and I was like, hey man, what's this game? I remember seeing it, and I was like, this kind of looks like a cheap game. I was like thinking it looked like just like a real cheap, just one that they kind of bash out. And he told me, he's like, dude, I played it for like 5 minutes. I fucking hated it. I don't want it. You can just take it with you. You can just have it. And like I said, like, this is the kind of guy that would never give shit away for free. That's how much he disliked the game. And I honestly think he just never got past the first bit where you get attacked by the necromorphs initially. And then, this is all Dead Space 3. Played it yet. He couldn't get past the first bit, so he's just like, fuck this, I don't like it. Or maybe it was too scary, I don't know. But anyway, so I got it. His Lost was my game, and I like played it a gazillion billion times. I honestly don't know how many times I played it. And then same with Dead Space 2. I saw it with my PS3, and those games, I'll definitely bust them out. Does anyone remember the TV show Red Dwarf? I love that. It's a kid. And yeah, I fucking love that logo. It's so cool. Also, I'm going to concurrently drink tea as well. Got a lot of books I could actually do reviews on. This is the Ishimura. Is that the Valor? I don't know. Or the Kellion. Maybe it's the Kellion. You got all the decks. So there's like engineering, hydroponics, where they grow their weed, and then they store stuff, and then they mine the weed, and then they study the weed in the science deck, and then they communicate to the crew that the weed is ready, and then you've got all this shit. Yeah, I love this. When I got this book, I was like, this book is so good. I probably like it a little bit more than the new one, but that's just because there's more kind of arty shit in here. It's not just like, yeah. Well, you know what I mean, like this kind of stuff. I like this kind of concept-y kind of stuff. But then I guess I'm thinking back to when I was just looking at it, and I was more looking at the character models that I hadn't seen. So maybe that's just why I'm thinking more about the game characters. There's the bench, where you do your bench press. These are all the designs for it, I guess. The power tools. That's the. I was thinking that was like the little robot there that follows you around number 3, which I haven't played yet. But I did watch many speedruns and many let's plays of it, and I'll probably watch a speedrun of it tomorrow. The line gun, and then the plasma rifle, pulse rifle, whatever it's called. With the I feel so embarrassed that I can't remember half this shit. With the M203 launcher. I think it's a pulse rifle, yeah. I thought plasma rifle because whenever I think of pulse rifle, I always think of aliens, and that to me is like the OG pulse rifle. The plasma cutter, the Isaac Clarke, weapon crafting, that thing. Space 1 and 2. So I think it's the Kellion, and that's the. What are these? I remember these. The shit they like fly around in. I think they escape in. Whatever the hell that is, I can't remember. I think it's a tram or something. It looks like a tram. And then I'm not going to read through all of it. You can just pause it over. And then Dead Space 3. This cute little thing. This Tesla Cybertruck. Little Haggard, I think they're called Haggards. And then, because they go to their ice planet, which I think was pretty cool. Like I remember watching. I like the lore of the game, so I like watching it. And then when they go to the planet, you kind of find out like all the dead bodies, and they kind of like do that whole reveal of like what's happening. And yeah, spoilers, fuck. I think you go into like one of the spaceships, the SCAF spaceships, the Federated Colonies or whatever it's called. And that guy has that all those booby traps set up for you, and you got to meet him on the bridge, and it turns out he's been dead for like 200 fucking years. And I thought that was really cool as well. Again, I've not played it. I'm just going to grab my tea, because it's getting cold. Yeah, I've not played it, but I just watched it, so I'm done with the story and shit. Whoa, Boogeyman. That's from the second one, I think. Oh yeah, this is all the second one, so Unitology. Those little doggies freaked me out. They're the ones that just like kind of peer around the corner. They just go like, and then they just run at you. They just piss me off. But as soon as you kind of figure out their script and stuff like that, I guess if that's the right word for it, you kind of go from there. Unitologies. So I talked in the last video as well about how I had just finished reading the books. I actually kind of mixed them up. So I think the one I enjoyed a little bit more was Martyr, the one where they had the submarine. I don't want to spoil the book, but they have like a submarine where they go down. And everyone, well, yeah, goes crazy. Okay, spoilers for the books as well. Everyone goes crazy when they go on it. And I think, I remember Altman being in the submarine and like beating a guy's fucking face to death. So that was pretty cool. I liked reading about that. It was very suspenseful. These are the Unitologist militiamen, I guess. I don't know. What a crazy religion Unitology is. I wonder if they'll invent it. Ooh, baby. Looks like my ex-girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding. That's her there. That's pretty sick. Like you wouldn't want to make out with him on acid. It'd just be a bad time. Same with this dude. I guess he's like one of the soldiers, security guards. He's just been necromorphed. I don't know what the I guess the verb is for becoming a necromorph. It's just dudes doing dude stuff. And that's the brute, I think. One of the brutes. I liked it in this. Yeah, I think is it the quick guy I was talking about? Yeah, these dudes here, the little runny dudes. Just super quick. You get to revisit the Ishimura in the second one, which I thought was pretty cool. That's Isaac and is it Carver? I think his name is Carver. I remember it from like reading the graphic novel, because I think one of the graphic novels is based just before Dead Space 3. Yeah, I remember these dudes from the game. And Carver's one of the main guys in the graphic novel from memory. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I got so much shit wrong in the last video about characters. This dude just needs some fucking R&R leave. He just needs some shore leave. Anything to get out of work. Oh yeah, he crawls into his mouth. Cool. Boom. Little fingery things there. So I might look at doing some other of my books. They're pretty cool to pull out because I haven't pulled them out in like a long time. I literally keep them like tucked away because I just want to kind of keep them forever. So I have a collection of books like video game art books and like some drumming books that are quite rare. Wrist twisters. So I might pull that out and just kind of go through it. But also like since this is we're talking about gaming, I might get my Resident Evil ones out. I've got like the Resident Evil like 1 to Codename Veronica, where it just shows like it's like a archives guide, I think it's called, and then the other one's like from like Resident Evil 5 through to like I think Resident Evil 6. I don't remember it going into the new ones. I'm not like a fan of the new Resident Evils, like the first person view. I think for me the originals like up to Codename Veronica are like the real Resident Evils, and then after that it's kind of like I was talking to my friend about it. It's kind of like Disney Star Wars, right? So when you're listen to me talking about Disney Star Wars on Dead Space book, it's kind of like Disney Star Wars where it's like it's got the logo and the franchise and stuff like that, but like you don't really count it as Star Wars because they've just kind of gone in this complete weird direction, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, but that's just my opinion on it. Yes, it's a sprawl. That's where I'm moving to one day when I bust out of this joint. And then we got the hospital. I think that's where you get the plasma cutter. Yeah, there you go. That's the bit where you get the plasma cutter. That dude's lying there. It's pretty cute. Whoa. Okay, that's a bit over the top. But, you know, anything to get out of work. Oh, my foot's falling asleep again. My God. My kingdom for a foot there won't fall asleep. The horror is what? I don't know. What does it mean? Oh, the homage with horrors. Yeah. Q. I think this is like from the second one, I believe. This is all like second one shit. Okay, here we go, Ping. This is what I want to see. Ping's treasure. You got Toy Toy. You got Lemon Gun. You got Chimp. Hippo, bear, dolphin, bee. I'm pretty sure bees will probably go extinct in my lifetime, but I won't be around to care about it, so that's the nursery. The crazy babies, they freaked me out. You had to shoot them. I don't think you could stomp on them from memory because they had the little explodies on them. So that was kind of annoying because, like, I mean, it would just be a weird look if you're playing a game where you were just walking around stomping on babies, but the novelty of it is just something different. And I guess as well, that's probably why they made them explodies. It's because like if you're stomping on babies, it's probably not a good look. Yeah, cool. So I remember it. Oh, this is Dead Space 3. I was thinking this was Dead Space 2 because it's Sprawl is on one of the moons of Saturn, like an asteroid that's outside of Saturn, I believe. Fuck the Earth, God. Yeah, you said it, buddy. You said it. I guess this is like Isaac's house. Isaac in space. The Floyd Tiller. So that's what I was talking about, I think, before, where you go into... No, sorry, this is Dead Space 2. You go like a different part. So Dead Space 3 is the one where you go to this other ship, the scav ship, and then the guy has the trap set for you, and he's like, yeah, man, I've actually been dead for like 20 million years. He's like just sitting there as a corpse pose. I'm sure we'll see something of it around here somewhere. It's pretty sick. That's from 3, I think, the Eudora. Which kind of reminds me of that ship from Alien Isolation. Is it called the Eudora as well? I don't know. Tal Volantes, that's the ice planet. It's pretty cute. It's kind of like Hoth. You guys remember Hoth? Hoth is pretty sweet. That's cool. Yeah, I like just the art concepts. This book is a lot more like kind of art concepty than kind of like game, showing the game stuff, the character kind of like models and stuff. I think I like this a lot more because it's just super sick. Give me shoulder, bro. Everything's frozen over. So the history around this, for 3, if you've never played 3, again, spoilers, this is like a station that's been like abandoned for like 300 years or something like that. There was like this interplanetary soul war between these two factions over resources, and one of them like controlled this planet trying to find stuff on the marker and something like that, or they found the secret to the marker of the alien race that created the marker, and then they were trying to kind of protect it, so they all did like mass suicide. Hence all this. That's from memory, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And like there's a cool scene in the game where the guy you kind of start off with gets executed by his commanding officer because he's like, we got to keep this a secret, and then he blows his own brains out. So this is all like this like just derelict, abandoned outpost, I guess it was, on this ice planet, Hoth, which is not actually Hoth. And these are the aliens I was talking about. They kind of found their shit, and we're like, yo. I don't know why, but and I've never played Half-Life. I played like a little bit of it as a kid, but I'm getting Half-Life vibes from this, for sure. Yeah, this is great. I haven't pulled this out in a long time. Fun to read, fun to look at. So that's obviously one of, I guess, the militia dudes. Yeah, sovereign colonies, armed force, the SCAF. And I guess they were fighting the EDF, the Earth Defense Government. Oh, it was Defense Force, sorry, from memory. Yeah, graphic novels. So, yeah, this is the one I was reading, I think. This is the same kind of art. The one that's like just pre-Dead Space 3. Yeah, all this kind of shit. Looks very similar. I think that's pretty much the end. So it's probably a little faster than the other one. We just want to acknowledge these people for all the shit that they did. And then woman with giant breasts. That's all I see. And that's the end of it. Yeah, they're both pretty good. Like, you can't really compare them. The other one is more, I guess, like just going over the game styles as well, like in terms of like the character, the models and the computer stuff like that, whereas this is just like art, the drawings and stuff, which I think I like a little bit more. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of go through this since I got the other one out and reminisce, because I hadn't opened this for a long time. So that'll do it.